welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. My name is Babalwa Ndlwana, and today I have got a beautiful,
the only,
we've got the one, the only, Khanyisa herself. Why are we these people though? Like, what the hell?
So guys, we weren't sure if that's gonna happen, but here we are.
Here we are, guys. I've got a very special guest on my channel today. I'm so excited. You're like the first person.
Actually nervous.
I'm flipping nervous. I'm shitting bricks. Oh, guys, but you can't be nervous. You do this all the time.
I do. You do it all the time, but you always do it with Zola. So
exactly.
Okay.
So it's like the first time that I'm doing it
it
with someone else, and I'm just like. But I'm so happy that you joined.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I was telling you, I was really nervous about doing this, and I've been thinking about it, but I chickened out. So high five to you.
High five to her for saying she's willing to do it.
High five.
It's like honestly. But first of all, can we please talk about how beautiful she is, you guys? Look at this gorgeous face and gorgeous hair.
Your hair is stunning.
Please, let's not talk about my
hair. Sweetie, can we have a moment? Can we have a moment for the crown that you've been wearing so effortlessly? Love it. I'm here for it.
That's to you, actually.
Really?
Yes. I've been watching all your videos. Not all, but like most
of them.
Videos, like of how to take care of.
I've seen a difference. Your coils are popping. Thank you.
No, but honestly, thanks to you. Like, I really just want to applaud you and commend you for all the work that you do.
I love hearing that.
And you know what I like about Khanyisa, guys? I feel like watching her YouTube is like she simplifies things. Sometimes it can be very overwhelming, like watching videos.
100%.
You must do a lock method, and you're like,
you don't even know what the lock method is.
No lock method. You don't need moisture treatment. You don't need protein treatment.
I get it.
You know, so like what I really enjoy about your content is the fact that you simplify it and you speak to us people that watch it like God, like you educate us, man, and you don't come at us like. I know
y'all should know as well.
You know, which is really nice.
Thank you.
So today we are getting to know Miss Monqo herself. She has graced us with her presence, and we're just gonna be chit-chatting, guys, getting to know her, getting to know about her natural hair journey, getting to know about her business, guys. She started a business recently.
Ooh, my child, my firstborn.
But anyway, first things first. Let us find out, for those of the people that are watching that don't know you. Tell us about where you're from. Who is Khanyisa, basically?
Okay, I love this question because I love it. It gives me a chance to put my people on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up and I was born and bred and I grew up in East London. For the first 7 years of my life, I grew up in Tanzania for 6.
Okay.
I stayed with my mom and my gran, and then in 2004 my mom bought a house and we moved from Tanzania. But until 2011, I still considered Tanzania home for me because my gran was still staying there. So we would go home almost every weekend, if not even during the week, because she was my everything. I didn't understand why I had to move from her. I didn't get it. But besides that, I think growing up in Lokshini gives you a sense of family. So you can't necessarily just cut the umbilical cord and move and you don't go back. So I kept going back and I kept going back until my grand passed away and my uncle stayed in Kaya for 6, but I still go back to this day. Like that's home, you know.
It is, yeah.
And yeah, so Tsatlale Mondi, home is East London. I currently stay in Cape Town. I've been staying in Cape Town for the past 4 years. I matriculated in East London at Hudson, and I did a BCom law at the University of the Western Cape. I got a degree. And I'm doing another one. I'm doing an LLB at the moment.
Wow. Talk about an overachiever, you guys.
I don't know why I do this to myself either.
Hectic.
I don't.
So you are studying full time.
I'm studying full time.
And you've got a YouTube channel. and you've got a business.
Instagram is work.
You're a content creator.
I'm a content creator.
Let's talk about that. Like, where do you find the time to play all these roles? And you're a daughter as well.
Full time. That is the biggest job of my life. I'm a daughter full time.
Her and her mom, guys, are so cute.
We're like this. I have to wake up, I have to speak to my mom, I have to make sure that she's eaten at night. So I'm a full-time daughter. That is the best job that I have at the moment. I don't know where I find the time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get overwhelmed sometimes, especially when school gets like really hectic and I know that I've got like content that's due, and then also haven't uploaded a video. And Afroamre work just doesn't stop either. It's not like I close shop, I don't close shop. So some people do their transactions at like 3 o'clock in the morning and send an email saying, when can I expect my parcel? And unfortunately, I have to respond.
So I wanted to ask you, how did the name Afroamre come about?
Okay.
Am I even saying it correctly?
Afroamre, yeah, that's right.
Afroamre.
People say Afroamre.
I used to say Afroamre.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I heard on your video, you said Afroamre.
So, to be honest, the first name we came up with was, I think it was Curls Defined by K, or Defined Your Curls by K, I can't remember, something like that. And when I registered the business, that name was already taken. So then that is stress. And I was like, oh, like I'm a month away from launching and I don't have a name. And I Googled and I was like, how to come up with business names. It was so bad. And I remembered, I was like, okay, it has to have something with the Afro. And one of the websites I came across was said, translate or use Latin words.
Okay.
So I found Amare. So I was like, Amare, Afroamre. Okay, Amare is love, by the way. It means love in Latin. So I was like, okay, Afro is Afro. If I can say Amare, it means love your Afro. And I put it together and I asked 3 of my closest friends and my mom. My mom will obviously say she likes it, she's my mom. So I was like, okay. So I asked 3 of my friends and they were like, oh, this name sounds luxurious. It sounds expensive.
It does.
So I was like, okay, that's it. And that's how Afroamre, and I think it just stuck. Like, Afroamre just stuck with me and I was like, thank God. And it's one word, simple, it rolls off the tongue. I mean, I remember I bought it, but like, I love telling the story behind it. I struggled to find a business name. I really did.
I just want us to chat more about your natural hair journey, where it all began. I was laughing the other day because I watched the video when you were talking about your natural hair journey, like of how you did the big chop. And you did it with your friend, or you started your journey, and then you guys were trying to figure things out. And
listen, my natural hair journey has been a laughable matter. Truly,
you would never say though now that your hair, guys.
So I first cut my hair in 2013. And I came across a really gross picture from them, like recently. I don't know what I was thinking about. And there was not information out there on how to look after afros back then. And now I remember I cut my, like in Aleo, it was me being crazy because legs I'm not, from as far as I can remember, I had never had a good relaxer experience, ever. Every time I went to the salon, I tried relaxer, and that was that. So I cut my hair in 2013, and I remember that day I cut it with a pair of scissors that I found at home. That's high. Dead serious. That was my big chop. But there wasn't information out there. I didn't know how to look after it. Snapping a legs. Same year. No, that lasted like 4 months. Same year I relaxed. And then I stayed with relaxed hair until 2017. So it was 2013, 4 years. 4 years. 4 years later.
Okay.
4 years later. But for that year, for the whole of 2017, I wasn't relaxing my hair. I wasn't relaxing my hair because firstly, I've recently moved to a new city. I moved to Cape Town in 2016. I couldn't find a salon. I like 2016 because I hated it. I never went back to a salon. I tried doing my hair at the nail place that I'm not going to mention. I tried doing my hair there. Shame, they did a great job.
Okay.
They did the Brazilian, I can't remember what it was, and they put some Moroccan. Shame, but they did a great job with my hair, and they didn't relax it. They did a great job with my hair. They didn't use any chemical. I can't remember, it was a Brazilian something, but it was way too expensive for me. I was a student first year, and I was like, hey, I can't sustain this, but I loved it, and it lasted.
Okay.
My scalp wasn't sore, my hair was straight. Like,
so what did they do? Did they just blow dry your hair, or what?
They washed it, and then they put plastic, I don't know, they put some treatment in, and they rinsed it out again, and they cut my split ends, and then they blow dried it, and they put in some Moroccan oil, what, put in a lot of stuff, but it was nice, and my scalp didn't feel sore. Yeah. But I couldn't maintain that. So that was probably the best salon experience I've had in Cape Town.
Okay.
And then 2017, the whole of 2017, I didn't relax my hair. I was miserable because now it's frats. Okay.
And you don't know what to do with it.
You don't know what to do with it. So my hair was always in a pony. I always had a band at the top, or I wear wigs, and go on. And I remember a month before I cut my hair, I woke up saying, I'm gonna cut my hair. I'm gonna cut my hair and then I chicken out. I'm gonna cut my hair, and people would talk me out of it. That woke up this one day. It was early, everyone was 6.
Wow.
And I walked, I was still staying at Res. I walked and I got WC, I figured I didn't know coming cloak, and I had long, bushy, like I had big hair. And everybody looked at me like this.
What do you mean, girl?
In fact, eraser, I want all of it gone. And that lady was like, "Hey, come, did braid." I was like, "Sissy, I'm just coming cloak." And they cut my hair. The guy was like, "Okay, say bye, Jay, put a clipper right down the middle." And I was like,
and how did you feel at that moment?
And I feel anything.
Really?
No.
They say like when a woman cuts her hair,
she's about to change her life.
Exactly. There's a lot going on.
I was so frustrated with my hair that I just needed it gone. So I cut my hair in 2017 November, and then I was like, it took like 2 days to kick in. I was like, now what? I was like, oh, Khanyisa, you're always making impulsive decisions. You were like, yo. What was I thinking? Now what? Like, what do I do now? I'm like, okay. I have a clicks in. I bought that brand's shampoo and conditioner, that brand that we all don't like now. They had a natural hair range.
Okay.
I bought their shampoo and I bought their conditioner. I was like, okay, this is a good place to start. Shampoo and conditioner, standard, My hair's gonna be clean,
And then
it's cool. We're gonna get somewhere. Hey, down boy, OT. Like, let me go Ndlwana. Hey, guys. It was bad. I'm telling you, it was bad. It was really bad. And also, I felt like it wasn't growing. Hey, I was a shampoo and conditioner girl, not through and through. Every day, it's like shampoo and conditioner. And never for the first, every day. Shampoo, conditioner. So soft.
Exactly.
Hey, it's the best salt in yarn with the conditioner. But, that's a meal.
Yo, guys!
It was bad. And I remember maybe 2 months after that, I took a decision. I was like, hey, this thing is not going to go to. I'm not going to cut my hair in vain. I have to know what to do. I went on YouTube. I went on Google. On YouTube was the first time I heard about the lock method.
Okay.
Now, when I went natural, I couldn't find that many natural hair YouTubers, South African natural hair YouTubers, and all the information I got was from American YouTubers. Now, they're using brands that I probably shouldn't have been using for my hair. And it doesn't mean, I always say, if a brand doesn't work for your hair, it doesn't mean that that brand is a bad brand. Yes. It just means that your hair is just not clicking with it, or there's a certain ingredient in that product that is not really good for your hair type or your porosity or whatever.
That's very interesting.
No, it doesn't make
a lot
it
of people don't know that
yes.
your hair needs to click with a brand.
A product or the ingredients that are in that product. So I was using a lot of the products that the American natural hair YouTubers suggest.
Okay.
Y'all was the very first natural hair influencer that I followed and I watched on YouTube.
Okay.
The very first, I was like, oh God, thank you. Someone from South Africa, her hair looks similar to mine. Okay, we're gonna get some. So I went and I bought. And I still didn't know anything about the lock method.
Okay, firstly, let's talk about what a lock method is. There are people out there
that don't know.
Maybe, they don't know what a lock method is.
So a lock method is what we moisturize our hair with. Okay? And I'm using the term moisturize very loosely because the products that we use in the lock method don't moisturize our hair, they seal in the moisture. The only thing that moisturizes your hair is water. Okay, so the lock method, L is for liquid. I just use plain water, or you can use aloe vera juice. Just those two. Don't put too many things for your L because it needs to be a very light liquid.
Okay.
Water is the best bet. Don't put too many things in your water either. The O is for oils. Light oil. So your avocado oil, your jojoba oil, your marula oil, your sweet almond oil, your grapeseed oil. There's brands that have them in premix. Then C is for the cream. Cream, you can use either curling cream, but I prefer to use a butter because it's easier to seal in that moisture using a thick butter.
Okay.
And then you're done.
Question. Can you use a cream and a butter for the cream part? Because I've seen some people use the liquid, the oil, and then they use the cream and then seal in the moisture with the butter.
Look, you can.
Okay.
There's no set rules of things that you can and can't. There's things that you shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
But I'm not going to stand here and do principal natural hair.
Okay.
You can do that. However, with the lock method, try not to put too many things in there because it will weigh your hair down.
Okay.
So if you, for example, use a thick leave-in conditioner for your owl, and then you use the light oils, and then you use a cream, and then you use a butter. If you touch your hair is going to feel very greasy, very weighed down. So I try and limit the amount of products and even the type of products that I apply to my hair. The C should be my thickest. So I'll go from lightest to thickest of the products.
Okay, cool. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
How do you get to a point of where, like, you say, okay, cool, this is what's working for me and this is what is not working for me? Because I feel like when you're new in the natural hair space, you are, like, you really don't know what you're doing. And you have to spend time in reading.
And
money in buying products.
Yeah.
At what point do you get to a place where you're like, okay, cool, this is working for me? And like, how do you get there? Like, do you have to buy and experiment with different products or, okay.
So the only way you'll know what works for your hair is by going through certain products. The best way to do it is by following influencers that have similar hair types to you, or if you look at this person, like, okay, no, my hair looks like that person's hair, so chances are what they're using could possibly work for your hair. I'm not saying it 100% will, but it could. Now, the only way you know that a product is not clicking with your hair is if you are using this product, your technique, one, you know that you're pressing the product in, you are detangling your hair, you are treating your hair, but nothing's really happening. Your hair is starting to feel dry, you're not seeing your coils, it's not well hydrated or well moisturized.
Okay.
Then you know something's up.
Okay. I know that it can be very, very frustrating, like finding the right products for your hair, especially when you don't know what you're doing. So a tip from me is that I was very impatient, guys. I'm slowly getting there. I'm not there. No, I'm getting there.
I'm next to her.
Getting there, guys. Yo, guys, like, I was very, very impatient. I didn't want to watch things. I was like, then I do it, and then I do it incorrectly. And then I would be forced to go back to square one, which is watching and educating myself. So educating yourself is
very important.
What are some of the mistakes that you made?
Okay. Mistake number 1. Shampoo.
Okay.
I used to think that any and every shampoo will work for my hair. I mean, it's shampoo. Shampoo is shampoo. Shampoo.
That's what we think.
I mean, it's shampoo. Like, but no. So our hair is very sensitive to a lot of things, to a lot of ingredients.
Okay.
It's even climate sensitive. So shampoo that we should use as natural hair ladies is shampoo that's free from sulfates, parabens, and silicones. Now, what do those things do? I'm throwing things around.
Okay.
So silicones will make the shampoo feel like slippery. Okay. So it'll be like, okay, no, it's like soapy. The parabens will make it foamy. I know, okay, something's happening here. And the sulfates also, it's foam, and all these three things basically make your shampoo feel like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Now, once you've rinsed that shampoo out, nothing happens besides your hair being stripped of its natural oils. Your hair will feel very dry, and that's what I didn't get. I thought my hair is just being crunchy and stubborn, but it's actually the ingredients that's in the shampoo. So our shampoo needs to be free from it. So that was big mistake number one. And I was shampooing every day. I don't know what I was thinking either. Every single day I'm stripping my hair of its natural oils, and our hair produces its own oils. Our hair produces sebum, and because we've got curly hair, and that's why we do the lock method and stuff, is because the sebum takes a while to travel from our scalp all the way to the ends of our hair because our hair is coily. So now you're putting, it's already difficult, number one, for the sebum to travel all the way to the ends of your hair. And then now you're putting a shampoo that's going to strip your hair of that oil that's already just trying to maneuver its way to the ends. So that was a big mistake.
Do you know why I think we make that mistake?
Yeah.
We grow up in Model C communities that at schools, they advocate for us to wash our hair every day. Like, we go to school with white people that don't necessarily have the same texture and hair type as ours.
Yes.
And because we swim and we do sporting activities and everything, we're taught that you need to wash your hair every day in the shower. But that doesn't necessarily make sense to us, like, with our hair type.
Literally. So our washing our hair every day is just making sure that our hair touches water.
Okay.
That's it. But the information's just never been there. There's a lot of things just in the natural hair community, in the black community at large, that we've grown up and things that we need to outgrow and to unlearn with regards to our blackness and even with regards to our natural hair. The natural hair community has a very long way to go.
It does have a very long way to go.
Very long way to go.
Because I feel like I had this conversation with Zola the other day, and he was like, why do girls like relax their hair? Like, why do they not feel comfortable enough to own their natural hair? I feel like it's a systematic thing.
It is.
That we grow up being told that the right and neat look of hair is it being straightened and relaxed and being tied up in a pony, or being blow dried and straightened. But I feel like that's why most of us don't feel comfortable to own
our natural hair
and walk proudly thinking that, damn, I'm beautiful with my hair.
Girl, sorry. I had a thing when I started being open with my natural hair. Do you know, I was single for the longest time. Not many men love natural hair. I used to say Afro, you are so, and I don't mean that in the literal sense, like, women just become so attractive in their craft, and that's just me.
You're right.
No,
they do.
I was in the club the other day, and he was like, your hair. That's the first thing they'll say. Not my face, but my hair. And I think the controversy comes with, look, I think people are allowed to do whatever they want to do with their hair. If you decide, that's your decision. If you decide you want to wear wigs, 100%. If you decide you want to relax your hair, that's fine. But what we can't run away from is that had our parents not relaxed our hair in the past, would we really have had relaxed hair? Because also our parents were people that were oppressed, that thought white people are the high and mighty, they are the standard of beauty, they are this, they are that. And it's still, even in the natural hair community, leave Babalwa relaxed aside, people with loose coils are considered to have better hair than people with hair like mine, for example. And even with my hair, when my hair is defined, people will think, yo, Iman is like, hey, no. Like, not all our hair is the same. And it all just transcends, even the natural hair community. Yes, the people with relaxed hair, now well, let's just leave them aside for a bit. But within just the natural hair community, the looser your coils, the more peltusi-ish your afro, the better it is. And that's the furthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
The furthest thing from the truth.
That's so true. Now to talk about your business.
I'm gonna cry.
Your child, guys.
My baby.
When, like, did everything come about? Like, is this something that you wanted to do Guadala? Is it something that recently came about? Or like, how did we get to you starting your business of like making your own heat caps, you know?
So I've needed a heat cap for the longest time because I'm always on the go. I'm not someone that like stays at home. I'm a student. I would go on campus, or even if I'm at home, I have to go run errands. I can't sit and wait for a hooded dryer. I don't have that time. Okay. I can't. And I would use a plastic, and I'd use a tray, and I'd layer. In fact, I'd wear a beanie and I'd layer just to make sure that I've trapped all this heat in. And I'd been dabbling with the idea of a heat cap for a while because I remember going on Google. I couldn't find any in South Africa. I'm not saying there aren't any. I couldn't find any. Most of them were sold in America. Where it was, I didn't really find them aesthetically pleasing either.
Okay.
And I was just like, there's a gap here. But then the devil comes into your mind and says, oh girl, might not succeed, you don't have the numbers, you don't have this, how are you going to market, you don't have the capital. So I'd been playing around with the idea in my mind for a while, a couple of months before I started.
Wow.
And when I started Afroamre, my mom got COVID. I was telling you in the car. She got very, very sick from COVID, and that was probably the toughest time of my life. I was terrified. I've never been so scared. And she came, and those emotions hadn't settled. And when she came out of hospital, she started to be in isolation. And I was broke. I had 400 Rand in my bank account. I was broke. And you know when you have, it's fine, you have 400 Rand in your account, but 400 Rand not knowing when the next payment is coming in.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you're going. And then to me, about clicks, even saying, I remember, and I parked in the underground parking and I broke down.
Oh my goodness.
I broke down. Like, there was gonna lean line, the car in the parking lot, I just cried. I was crying because she was sick. I was crying because I'm broke. I was crying because I wasn't getting campaigns. I was just crying. Then I was like, and I was like, yeah, it's now or never. I went to the nearest fabric shop, which was down the road. It was about 5 minutes away.
Oh my goodness.
400 Rand. And it sounds so cliche. And I was like, okay, I wanted to have satin because I wanted to be reversible. So if people choose to sleep in their heat caps, it's fine. If you don't have a treatment, you just want to sleep in your heat cap, I want the satin to touch your head. And if you have
heat caps by the way, you guys.
Oh, thank you. And the nylon is now waterproof. So I want it to be, I mean, you can throw it in the washing machine if you want, but if you're doing a protein treatment and
like it's too precious.
If you're doing a protein treatment and then you're doing a deep conditioning treatment straight after that, you can just wipe the inside and you're done. So I thought about it to the T.
Wow.
And I went on Google and I was like, waterproof material. I Googled it. And I went to the nearest fabric shop.
Wow.
Tenga material for samples. Bought all the material I needed, the material that's going to create the warmth. I bought everything. I should go like 10 Rand. I should go like 10 Rand. Now I've got all this material and I'm doing Tunga. I found someone, that's Sissy on Ward for San. And I was like, you know what? I am and this is my business. I need someone that's going to understand my vision, and this lady is not coming through for me. That's why let me go back home. Went home. One of my aunts stays just down the road from us. And I was like, Sissy, you need to know Tonga. I saw the Delande. I couldn't do my Why do you know their mass? She took me to a lady that stays just behind.
Amazing.
I'm not joking when I say when I prayed for my business and God came through for me, He came through for me.
Wow. Amazing.
My seamstress is the most perfect human being that I've ever come across.
Wow.
Usisi is literally the backbone of my business. When business is not doing well, and I say to her, Sisi, and we've been working week after week, sales are moving, and then things just go dead.
Quiet.
And she says to me, I've never been in a situation where I can't pay her. Thank God. But she'll call me and she'll say, Khanye, she checks the website. The one my stocks up is the same means.
Okay.
And Fulman is stressing now.
Wow.
She'll say those things to me.
God
sent. Literally. Okanya phone athi I'm sisi business ayihambi. Athi sisi injalo nje mntana business. And Fulman stress sam. Like she is everything, and that's how
she sees the vision.
She sees the vision and she gets it. She gets it. Some of the things, like for example, people that bought the very first batch, their heat cups didn't have the interface. You know what interfacing does is it just makes the straight part a bit harder, gives the heat cap a bit more shape. Those are ideas that come from her. And as in mixing interfacing. But Afroamre was started with prayer, with tears, and even when things are tough, I'm not getting all spiritual, but it's a living, breathing testament of my favorite verse, Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Literally, when things are bad, I know that things aren't going to be bad forever. God's going to come through, and His plans are greater than anything. And then I wake up and I've just got orders like this. Wow. Insane.
What are your favorite products? Not brand, but like product, like as a whole. Like what product do you...
Can I not live without?
Yeah, you're like, yo guys, I cannot live without these.
A deep conditioner. Okay. Deep conditioner, hydration mask, moisture mask, all these the same thing, by the way. It's all the same thing. A deep conditioner. I thought I couldn't live without oil.
You can live without oils.
Yeah.
You can. I think you can, but don't kill me for that, you guys.
Yeah, now don't take that. Use your oils.
Guys, get right for you. Like if you oils
the reason I say but I've recently discovered that I can live without your oils is the butter that I'm using emulsifies so well that I don't see the point of using oils. So,
sorry guys.
So deep conditioner, my Vanna Natural everything, but sorry, I'm about a name drop. There's obsessed and then there's me. Guys,
okay, what's your favorite product from the Vanna range?
I can't choose. So the owner of Vanna Natural, when she first sent me a PR job, I used the shampoo, and everybody that watches my channel knows that
you do not.
I don't play with shampoo. So I was like, hey.
That's the first time I heard the shampoo thing was from your channel.
Yeah.
Guys, shampoo is bad.
I was not a shampoo girl at all. Me, shampoo.
I remember.
Catch me dead before using shampoo. And then I used the shampoo and I was like, hey.
Sorry guys.
I used the shampoo. I've never used shampoo Ipele. I'm on my second bottle.
What?
And then I used the leave-in. And then I was like, oh, Steph, I really like the shampoo. I think it's my favorite. And I used the leave-in. I was like, check, I think the leave-in. And then I used the butter. I used the curling cream. And then I just said to myself, you know what? I lied. I don't have a favorite in the Vanna Natural collection.
Really?
I can't. I use everything.
But I feel like from what we can take out of here is that we really, really need to just be patient and study.
Yeah.
So much for coming to our channel, guys. This was like our first guest. I'm so happy that
I'm so glad we finally did this. I had so much fun.
I had fun.
I haven't forgotten my Italiano.
Yo, guys, especially Pelile.
Totally forgot.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Pam, the makeup artist, for making us look so pretty today, guys. We are super grateful. And please subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to Khanyisa Monqo's channel. Her Instagram handle is K_Monqo. And your YouTube channel is
KAY, so K Monqo.
Cool. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Until next time.